Did you know that around 5 million people are living with a permanent disability related to a brain injury? Paige Melton Ivie from the Brain Injury Association of America is here with us to discuss the latest campaign to raise awareness. Paige, thank you so much for joining us. So what are the goals of this new campaign?
Well, first of all, March is Brain Injury Awareness Month, so it's so timely that we're talking about this. We're raising awareness of the frequency of brain injury, but also the fact that you can have a brain injury and live with the consequences and the symptoms for the rest of your life. And we want to elevate brain injury as a chronic condition and have it recognized by the Centers for Disease Control and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid so that they recognize the long-term implications of brain injuries.
Absolutely. Now, can you explain some of the most significant challenges faced by people with brain injuries, and how can awareness efforts address these challenges?
It's so interesting because, as you said, 5 million people living with brain injuries. You can have a bump on the head and think nothing of it, just kind of move on with the rest of your life, and then realize, well, I'm having trouble sleeping, or I have anxiety that I didn't have before, or depression. So part of it is recognizing when you have a brain injury and getting care for that, but then also getting the correct insurance coverage for it as well. Right now, we really focus on the acute stage of brain injury. So you're in the hospital, perhaps with a brain injury. You're discharged from the hospital. You go on with the rest of your life, and you're not getting maybe the coverage and care and the follow-up treatment that you really need for a condition that you may be living with for the rest of your life.
Gotcha. And how does the campaign address that chronic nature of brain injuries?
Well, as I said, we really need we need the government to recognize that it's a chronic condition, but we also need to keep talking about it so people understand. Well, I had a fall, or I banged my head in a sports situation, or a stroke, whatever, what have you. That more people understand that it's not just maybe your heart that's involved or your limbs that are involved, but your brain, and you really need to, you really need to protect it and make sure you're getting the right care for it.
Now, the perspective on brain injuries evolved over the years. What role does Brain Injury Awareness Month play in people's perceptions and attitudes, would you say?
Well, we're talking about our campaign is My Brain Injury Journey, and we have so many survivors and caregivers out there who are ready to talk and share their stories, that this is not a one-time event. All this month and beyond, really, our crew of folks are out there talking to members of Congress. Our state affiliates are working in the states to talk to state legislatures and the public and the media to just expand the understanding of brain injury, and that it is just as serious as the other chronic conditions that the governments recognize, like asthma and cancer and arthritis and diabetes, things that we all know need continued care. We put brain injury in that same category.
Absolutely. Well, Paige, very, very good information to know, and we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.